again, Fiber Spider back again. No, today we are not going to be reading Leaves of Grass. No, today I'm going to show you another origami tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cute little heart bookmark. And the really cool thing about this is that it's not one of those that sits on the corners of the pages. No. It's got a little flap in the front, rests over the page that you're currently on, and they are rather easy to make. Now, this one I did make out of origami paper. However, I did need to cut the paper in half to make a rectangle. However, if you are so inclined, you could also use a dollar bill. This actually is a 20, but same difference. With a slight modification between this version and this version, you can make a little bookmark, a rather pricey one. But at any rate, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to show you from absolute scratch using a piece of regular square origami paper just how easy this is. Now, yes, I'm folding my paper in half to make a rectangle. And I'm going to use a bone folder, which is really going to make the crease nice and sharp. You can use your fingernail, that's totally acceptable. Just making that crease really, really, really extra sharp. And then going to open it and fold it along the same crease that we just made. And then use the bone folder again. And then going to tear this along the crease. Voila. All right, so now that we have our rectangle, let's officially get started. Okay, so with the colored side facing down, going to fold this tip down to this corner here to create a triangle. But I always like to turn it so that I can have my edges easier to see. And then open and turn and do the exact same thing. We're going to create an X. There we are, and then open. And then folding this top edge down so that it meets these 2 points down below. But me, I like folding up instead of down. Don't ask me why, just as long as it reaches these 2 crease points. And crease. And then open once again. A lot of pre-folds here. Next, fold your piece into a rectangle lengthwise. Okay, open it up once again. Now, at the bottom, fold our corners to the center line, doing what I call the kite or ice cream cone fold. So along the edge, that fold that we did. Okie dokie. Then folding these two sides to the center line. All right, so your piece should look something like this. Now, what I like to do at this point is this horizontal crease that we have here, I like to sort of reinforce it because we're going to need to see it a little bit clearly in a moment. So I'm going to fold this down, give it a good crease, and then open it back up again, and we shall continue. Alrighty, so at this point, we're going to fold these two side edges to the middle, but we're going to stop at this point right here. You could keep going, but either way. So folding up to that center line, increasing, and then stop when we reach that crease line here. And then open. You know what, just for argument's sake, I'm going to crease all the way across so that you can see what it looks like. There we go. And then open that up and then do the same thing on this side. Crease, 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 fold, fold, fold. There we go. Okay. So at this point, going to fold along that line that we had before, fold it back and down. So now I'm going to create little triangles along this fold here and this fold right here. Little triangles. So fold your points down. On both sides. And then unfold them. And I find that it kind of helps if you fold them the other way as well. So actually it is kind of good to have these creases on both sides. So that you can see just where you need to get to. There we go. And then open them up again. Okay, so now we're going to be doing a little bit of squooshing. Now this part is a little bit tricky, so bear with me here. So we're going to be opening this up here and squooshing in this fold that we just did. So sort of pinching that inwards and going along the creases that we just made and pinch like so. And then do the same thing on the other side. And we are going to flatten this out, don't worry. So then open this up a little. Going along the creases that we just made. Try to push this inwards. And pinch. Now, will you get it on the first try? Maybe, maybe not, but practice, practice, practice. And pinch a little bit. And then so at this point, your piece should look something like this. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to pinch the front and the back and flatten it out a little bit. like so. And have this flap go to the back. And then press it together. So at this point, this is the front side that we're working with. This is the back side. And then if you lift this, you can see the little squoosh in the middle. So put that back down, turn it over. Okay, so at this point, we're going to sort of flesh out the top of the heart a little bit better. So taking this corner and this corner here and fold them down. Create little triangles again. Now, this next one is a lot easier. Lift up your little triangle flaps and open and sort of squish them in. And then the same on the other side. Open this up and then push down and in. Okay. Now, along these folds that we made earlier, fold your flaps in to the center line. And we are almost there. Very, very close now. Okay, so now these two top points, you can leave them alone if you want to, or you can give the two top points of the heart a little bit more of a rounded look, folding these two top points down just a little bit or to that middle line, which is what I personally prefer. So, folding the point down to that center line, and then the other one. Down to that center line. Okay. Turn your work over and lifting this flap up, going to then have these two corners go down and have your edges reach the center. This is going to create the base of the heart. There you go. And then flap that down and you are finished. Ta-da! Absolutely love it. Now for the monetary version that I did, let me grab that real quick. So for this version, what I had to do was, before folding these two bottom corner bits there, I had quite a bit left over of my bill here. And if I had just folded the corners like this and like this, it would have looked a little ridiculous. It would not have resembled much of a heart, a very elongated heart. So what I did was, because I had all of this left over, all I did was just fold it in half downwards. Then I created my 2 points. So it's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit more robust, but it totally, totally works. And there you go. And here is another one that I did with some very schmancy origami paper that I absolutely love. Now, also, one thing about this one is that the design of the paper goes in a rather vertical fashion. So I wanted to have the design of the paper go with the length of the project. So that's something that you can keep in mind if you're working with a paper with a particular design on it. Absolutely love it. It's so gorgeous. And yeah, so listen, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial because you guys know I love doing these. And listen, if you have any suggestions for future tutorials, do let me know. Always looking for inspiration. And yeah, so until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay folding, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.